Men.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Peter Igaga, and I'm the boldest man in Kampala. At one point, Colin Asimwe, or some people call him Collins, tried to be as bold as me, but he's not yet there, but you'll get there. Well, this is your show, and we want to welcome you to the one show that keeps you up at night, because we talk about a lot of things that ordinarily a lot of people don't want to talk about. I know those are a lot, but there's a lot going on. So tonight we are going to have a very sticky conversation about dating and even going further and marrying a single mom. Now with us tonight, we are blessed to have Leona, not Louis, but Leona Nekusa, who is also the head of brand and communication
at Hima Cement.
At Hima Cement. Good to have you here. Now, we're going to jump straight into the conversation. Okay, yes. And we are going to try and keep it a bit civil. Now, Leona, on a serious note, you're a single mom. Okay.
Yes.
And first and foremost, a lot of single moms blame men for being single. And I've often said sometimes, a lot of times we act like there are no bad women. Okay.
There are
so
no?
Bad women.
Okay.
So it's only men who are bad, and that's why women end up as single moms. So do you believe that a single mom should get another chance at love and at marriage?
First of all, thank you for having me. It's nice to meet everybody. To answer your question, everyone needs love. Everyone deserves it. No one should go all alone. Mm-hmm. Being a single mom is not any other baggage as is being an ex-husband, mm-hmm. or being a sole provider to your family that might have problems, yeah. or having a demanding career. It's mm-hmm. just something that you are. Yeah. We often do blame men for being single moms, mm-hmm. because one, we might be angry in the moment. Mm-hmm. Two, we made the children together, but now I'm the only one with the children. Yeah. But that blame fizzles away. It's just in the heat of the moment when you've just become a single mom. Mm-hmm. But as time goes by, it's now part of you. Those are the proudest things you walk around with. Yeah. If someone looks behind you and like, oh my God, are those yours? The glow you have it's inexplicable. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So everyone deserves love. Being a single mom is not a complication. Yeah. It is just something that you are. You are a bold man. It's just something that you are. It does not mean that it's a baggage. What she said it in the beginning of the show.
You compared single motherhood to...
So it's just something that you are.
Yeah.
Granted,
it's like a scar.
Granted, it's just who you are is what I'm trying to say. Granted, it's a little more, I'm not going to say complicated. Mm-hmm. You have to be more intentional when you are dating a single mom. Yeah. Okay. Because this is a person who already has her ducks. Okay, mm-hmm. might not have all her ducks in a row, but some ducks are there following her. Yeah. And she is responsible for their emotions, their mm-hmm. growth, their happiness. Yeah. So when you come into the picture, you have to be intentional. It's not a dine and dash kind of situation. Yeah. If you want to date, you have to date intentionally. So that is where there's a difference. And when you called me about this, I thought this is perfect, because mm-hmm. being a single mom the couple of years, the approach that some gentlemen come with is like, I'm doing you a favor. No.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Get it straight. You have come to me, sir. You like what you see, sir. You're not helping anyone here. You understand? If you're not ready for it mentally, just turn on and go away. There's someone for everyone. So I'm not for you if it's a problem for you. But Colin could come along and find a single mom. Yeah. And for him, he's already in love with the children. In fact, the mother can't go.
Why did you pick Colin as an example?
No. You're next.
No.
Just be patient.
No, it's just...
he's feeling left out.
No one is going to come. As I was saying, it is not everyone's cup of tea, but it is still a cup of tea that someone will take gladly. So it's just a mental state.
All right, this is very interesting. And Jalu, I'd want you to chip in here. Leona talked about the ducks. Those little ducklings that follow Mama Duck, okay, called the children. All right. Is it, in your opinion, important to love those children? Because the reality is you are not interested in them. You're interested in their mom.
Am I their father? Am I their father?
They just said it's a single mom.
I think you should look in the camera and say it clearly so the microphone.
Yeah, you know, I think the question you should have asked Leona is how she became a single mother. Was it circumstantial? Was it something that, was she married? Did she just wake up one day and say, I'm done with this?
Does it really matter?
It really matters.
Why?
How she became a single mother.
Why?
Because society provided for single mothers. Society found a way to deal with single mothers who they became single because of circumstantial things like the husband
Like being
died.
widowed. Okay.
Yeah, widowed and whatnot. But this day, war and whatnot. These days, that single mother thing has been made popular, especially by feminists. I didn't feel like I needed to be in this relationship, and I opted out. So I need to know how she became a single mother.
You need to know.
I need to know for us to have this conversation, to its full extent.
Maybe someone else watching would like to know.
Yeah,
Maybe
we need
she
to
could
know.
tell us.
Yeah, she should tell us.
Clearly, they all want to hear.
No, no,
so
no,
no. Okay,
do you
okay,
mind
okay,
sharing your
okay.
story? Yeah.
Oh, you could have
I
told
don't
us
mind sharing my
since
story.
you already.
I am divorced.
Oh, okay.
That is how I've become a single mom. This doesn't take away from the topic, and I hope that satisfies them.
Okay.
Okay. So now, the reason why I asked Jalu a question, and Chris, Colin, C&C, Music Factory, they don't know that, but you'll be fine. Okay. Now, does it really matter how a single mom became a single mom?
Yes.
And why should it matter? Because everybody has a past. Okay.
So, okay, yes. Is this the full question?
Yeah, that's
okay.
it.
So, in this day and age, given the amount of information that people have access to, they don't wake up and have children, because you're not talking about dating a divorcee, right? We're talking about dating a single mom. So they made certain choices about how they arrived here. They chose one child and had another child, and so obviously they felt safe or some sort of circumstance that led them there. Why does it matter? It matters because if you're dealing with a character who has 2 kids, 3 kids from 2 dads, that's a different, that's a different dynamic from someone who was in a situation and they were happily married and the guy went to war and never came back and he left her with 4 children. That's a different situation. The mindsets are different, right? The decision to walk away from the marriage and the union is different from being bereaved or bereft of the union. So if you then think about each of the contributing circumstances to how we arrived at the situation where Jalu is at her door and saying, hey, can we go for lunch? He has to factor in for all those things, right? There are other more modern conditions that sort of create these things. There's things, and we've said it a couple of weeks ago. I think we're here and you guys are saying infidelity is such a big problem, it's such a big issue, cheating, oh, this guy is a cheater.
Me? I didn't say that.
No, I was talking to you. We were talking together.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah. You were saying that, it's not a big issue.
Okay.
And I was saying to you that it's not the biggest issue out there because sometimes people are dealing with real things out there. People are getting married into cannibal families and mental illness things like this. There's so many, like you're out here, you're married to a guy and at night he goes out and he robs banks, right? Like infidelity is not there. And I say that to say that there are various reasons why. So domestic violence, gender-based violence, infidelity, whatever disease, whatever condition creates that. I think those things contribute into the why. And that why then allows the man, as he goes into the situation, to assess his chances of success. If it was some small, tension points, and then Jalu takes his big head, and then next week he meets Peter there, then they stab Jalu. Jalu is not going to be like, you know what? I feel like they did not give me the full information, right? Because if you, right? You understand? If you encounter circumstances because someone didn't tell you the full truth, that's one. Two, I think is the real warning is you come and you invest all your resources and you love the ducklings.
Yeah.
You invest in the ducklings. Then one day, Peter, the goose, the papa duck comes and says, these ducklings are mine. And so you're on a Kwanjula and you can't talk. You're at the graduation, you have been excluded from the speech.
You are not my father.
You are not. You are there saying, please get in the house, it's late. And people are saying, you are not my father, you can't talk to me like this. Or, and I think which is, the more likely one, these are not your children, you cannot discipline them. Either one of those scenarios creates tension points, which I think is important for us to sort of say, understanding the origin points helps to guide how men engage.
Yeah. Interesting. Chris, the ducklings are definitely an issue over here. You started calling them, actually it was Leona who called them ducklings. Because they follow Mama Duck, now we hear Papa Duck comes in and starts causing problems. So we've got a whole duck family going on here. Now, is it fair? Because when a woman says she's a single mom, technically what she's telling you is, I have either a child or children, all right? So you have to know that. Is it fair to be expected to love those children as part of a condition of loving their mother?
What does the Bible say?
Of course, the Bible has to say. It's probably one of the best textbooks in the world. But I think that, like everyone has said before, context matters. Because depending on how you approach it, I'll start from a biblical perspective. As always, it's where I am grounded. If somebody has been married and is divorced, depending on how you read the Bible, there's interpretations that say you cannot marry a divorced person.
Okay.
Okay? Now, for someone who's coming from that perspective, it's difficult to engage, not because of the mom or the children, but because of a way of understanding or belief. Okay? There's others, who quote what Jesus said, that, God hates divorce. You shouldn't divorce unless it's for, it's by reason of infidelity, if there's been cheating or something like that. All right?
So just to get it right, if I may take Colin's example, even if your person is running around and hijacking people at night, you still can't divorce them.
Jesus gave one reason. I'm just, this is not the topic for today.
Okay,
I'm just saying. Right. I'm trying to expand the bouquet of reasons or angles to look at. Okay, so he gave some. I'm adding, so that we have a full range. Okay. There's others who say if divorce happened based on that, you can remarry. Okay, so it depends on particular persuasions, just coming from the biblical perspective. Yeah. So yes, I think it matters how someone became a single mom. And today we're not talking about single dads, but also it matters how someone became a single dad.
That's what we're talking about today.
It's true. Like she said, for every single mom, there's a single dad.
Yeah. Did you say that?
No.
Yeah. I can almost tell you.
Because Peter.
No. Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Now let's get into a break, okay? And as soon as we get back,
I'm not finished.
We are going to pick it up because we need to put Colin into line. Now we are here having a very, very sticky conversation about dating and progressing to marry a single mom. We're here at Sanga Court. We want to hear from you. This is your show. Go to our social media pages. Our hashtag is NTV Men. Our handle on Twitter is
NTV Men underscore UG.
Yes.
I was remembering it. I was fighting for my life.
That one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break. Okay.
Men. Men.
Welcome back from the break. In case you've just joined us, we are here at Sango Court on your favorite show, and that is Men, having a conversation about dating and progression to marriage of a single mom. Now, Chris.
Yeah.
I think we're now on the same page. Colin has calmed down. Okay. Jalu is still blue. You were saying.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So I was saying that for every single mom, there's a single dad, or at least there's a dad. Okay. It might be multiple dad, but there's a dad. Okay. I have seen scenarios where a single mom who had a child got married. There's a friend of mine, real story. He fell in love with her, but she wasn't married necessarily. She had a boyfriend. They had a fling. Out of that came a child. He fell for her and loved the boy and married them, and they formed a family. That was their firstborn. He adopted him as his own son, and they raised a family. Okay. I've also seen a scenario where it's the guy with a child and a lady falls in love with him.
That's usually easier.
I'm just saying.
When there's what?
I'm saying. I've seen both scenarios. So what I would like to say is the one where a guy has a child and gets married to this single girl should not be less complicated than the one where it's a lady who has a child and a guy falls in love with her, having considered all scenarios in both cases,
but you
go ahead and get married.
Why?
No, I'm saying it shouldn't be any different. Why? Because in both cases, someone had a relationship that's not this one, and out of that other relationship came a child or children, and you decide, circumstances allowing, that the two of you can actually have a marriage. It's just that you're taking on more responsibility now as compared to progressively, because in any case, God allowing, and if someone is still of childbearing age, more is coming. So you say 2 now, we add on 2, we get 4, right?
Yeah.
As compared to we start and then 1, 2, 3, 4. You're still counting 4.
Well, I'll tell you what. You've talked about something very interesting, and that is resources. And Leona, money. Now, often it has been said, a lot of men are a bit worried to date a single mom because of the issue of resources. Because all of a sudden now, your provision goes up. The ducklings are there. Okay. And resources is not only just money, even time. She will not have all the time for you because her loyalty, number one loyalty, is of course to her children.
Not to Papa Dad.
Let us clap.
No, not to Papa Dad. It's
Hello. What are you
to the
clapping?
No. She has said, finally, you've said something very important.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finally.
That's what I'm saying. Wow. So how is a lady supposed to manage that?
Manage what?
Not a lady, a man.
Yes.
Is she giving herself money?
No, how is a man
because to
expect
make the
manage
man
that?
feel comfortable and not feel like he's being exploited.
How do you beg with dignity?
I did not say that. Okay.
Wait.
Leon, I think you get my question.
I'm sorry.
I think I understand your question.
Yes.
You know, how does the single mom make the new person in her life comfortable enough to know that you're important, but my children are
Also
priority
important,
in my life?
Yeah.
This is no different than if you came into my life and your job or your mother or your sister or something that is important to you, that you deem important to you. The difference is the similarity. Mine is my children, yours is your job. When we talk about me putting my children first before you, you will put whoever that is important in your life, or whatever that is important in your life, before me. And that also happens even to people who don't have children. You start a relationship with somebody, but something, it can even be golf, is more important than this person in your life. You understand what I mean? It can be, I don't know, cars. So in this scenario, for me to make you, me and you, like I said in the beginning, it has to be very intentional. Me and you have to know our priorities. I care for you, you care for me. I care for my children.
At what percentage?
There are no percentage. It's like asking which of your children you love more.
I love both of them.
Thank you. So now
That's
there's
not
no
true.
percentage.
You actually do love your children equally.
There's no percentage.
The evidence is
The home that I grew up
you
in.
have how many?
No, I'm talking about the home I grew up in.
No, you have how many children?
Everybody knows that.
No, how many? One. So you see, your problem is not his problem. He's telling you he loves both. You have one, you love one.
Look at the way he's scratching the side of his head. He doesn't even believe it.
He's okay.
When you get a second one, you understand how that answer is.
Oh, no.
He
I
might
think
not.
that we should stop putting things like this in the universe.
Thank you, I agree.
I apologize, backtracking. So what I said was it has to be intentional. I am not going to promise you heaven and earth. I might not be as available as you would want, even if I was without children. My children is now showing you. I even have, as in, yes,
Peter,
I might
I'm
tell
sorry
you.
for cutting in here. Just a little bit, just a little bit. You know, I am comfortable with the topic and the thing we're dealing with. The thing I'm not very comfortable with is the whole idea of being in what is a marital relationship and you allow anything else to be more important than the two people who are in the relationship.
Amen.
Children, even if they were both yours, should not be more important than you who are in the relationship. Because here's the reality. The reality is they come and they go.
Yeah.
All right? And they're going to fall in love and they're going to start their own families. And, you know, if God helps you and they remember to call you one day, they will call. If God helps you and they remember to visit, they will visit. But you have this person with whom you're going to spend the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I think, for me, just wanted to put forward the point of departure, that it's important, no matter how you come together, because I think for me that's not necessarily a big deal. It's more important to me that when you get married, you have just said this person is number one, not even your kids. So it's almost like if you walk down the aisle with this person, you are basically saying even these ducklings you came with are second to them.
Yeah.
Because that's what marriage is about, and I think that's important.
Wait.
And
Peter,
that is
I want to add on what
feel
Chris
like
is saying. So the problem is that when Chris talks like this, he doesn't normally talk about the harsher side of the thing. So he's stated the point, but by putting this side of the coin, he has automatically also put the other side of the coin.
Tell us the other side.
That if you're not willing to do this, you shouldn't be married.
Of course.
And therefore,
run away.
Women with single moms shouldn't be married unless they're decided in their heart to be subjective to the rules of marriage.
Exactly. So
if you say it, then it sounds really as harsh as you mean.
No, it's not harsh. It's this is the reality. If you are getting married, you're having a serious relationship with a person.
But realistically, how are you supposed to forfeit your
Peter,
children?
let me finish.
Okay.
It's 1-2 English sentences and I'll be done. If you're getting serious with a person who has got children, okay, you are going to together be taking on the responsibility for those children, okay? That's one. But two, if you're getting serious with that person, both you and her need to prioritize each other above anything and everyone else, including those children.
Yeah, that's why
because the part of the reason why you have misgivings is, man, I get into that situation and I'm not important.
And that's why it's a road.
Okay? And that's the problem.
Sorry.
Okay, so
to add on to what you're saying,
Yes.
this now is a situation that on ground, like people say, even people people in relationships or people in marriages right now, there are so many that complain that when children come, this chick does not see me anymore. She's always focused on the child.
even when they're both
Have
their
you heard
children.
that before?
It's
So
not
this
new.
thing, yes,
yeah.
the fact on paper, he's number one. On paper.
Point at
In life, the life that we are walking,
So
the practical
then make
things
it a
that
real-
happen every day.
So that there's a difference.
At some point, okay, you come, if you know how to communicate, you two as in a relationship know how to communicate to each other, you will understand that this is becoming difficult for me. I have to take care of this child. In this moment now we are talking about new mom, but also I care about you. Can you join me and
let me give you a
Okay, first let's hear from Jalo has been trying to say
Peter,
something.
allow me. Just one more thing. One little thing. You know, in marriage, you sleep in the same bed. In principle, you're not supposed to fart. Supposed to go to the toilet, right?
No.
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 When you are young love.
It's written where?
No, the
I'm telling
Muzungus
you.
told us
I'm telling you.
when we fart, we go.
It's not
to the
good
toilet.
manners to say, Gondi, I'm
is
releasing, put your nose. You know,
Who decides what's good manners?
so what I'm saying is, in principle, good manners would say, go somewhere private. But it happens that you can, release some air under the covers. The point is, it doesn't make it okay. It happens, but it doesn't make it okay.
Okay.
All right?
What I'm saying
so what I'm saying is that even in any marriage, it's possible and does happen that two people can prioritize the children ahead of their spouse. It doesn't make it right because it happens.
It's not right.
Okay, Jalo, you've been itching to say something.
I want to answer this in two folds, and I want to take it back to
Start on that road deal thing.
where I where I asked a question, how she became a single mother, and I alluded to society. Society has always found a way to take care of single mothers. In our culture, the Luo culture, the brothers.
They usually marry.
The brothers are requested to take over the mantle of marrying.
That's what I'm saying. They marry the wife.
So society has always found a way to take care of single mothers. Nowadays, single motherhood has been popularized. Women they call it what irreconcilable differences. You know, you wake up one day, you don't feel your guy, you become a single mother. And I'm not saying that is how she became a single mother.
If he loses his job and he has no money,
and so you
flash
you get rid of the guy.
yeah, you go and find a Jalu or something.
So why should I take the mantle of marrying? Well, what if I also get
you lose your job?
I lose my job.
This is what we're discussing. This is what you're explaining to us.
You understand? So it is the reason why we need to understand how she became a single mother, because she can carry the same habits into your relationship. I'm not against dating single mothers. I love single mothers. They always have food in the house.
Wow.
wait.
And how do you know?
No, but guys, these are facts.
These are facts.
They are facts because
These are facts.
people who have to feed ducklings,
They
They always have to marry in the
don't
house.
leave these
For flings.
these snakes
Properly.
that you find in the club who have empty fridges full of soda water.
A single mother will chase you very early because the children are there. Get rid of you. But let's talk about it being a road deal for a guy. Like she alluded to. Her first love are what? Are the children.
The ducklings, yeah.
She comes in half-baked, my guy. At the end of the day, you are not the person. She is not there for you. Understand?
So what is the purpose of the union then?
It's a useless union. At the end of the day,
Bro.
if we had, she's the poster child, and I'm sorry,
Poster child
of single mothers here.
No.
And she comes on national TV and says that my children are number one. You understand? And that is 90% of single mothers. Their children are number one. Trust you me, at the end of the day, you'll be also kicked out.
Okay.
I want to say something small and
It's coming, loading.
yeah.
It's loading.
I think we have to be careful, and this is to Chris and to Jalu, that we have to be careful to not take individual, personal, anecdotal experiences and use them to extrapolate to the larger nature of not of single of
society,
because I think that the fact that we're discussing this now is a big issue, right? And because we're discussing it, so when Chris says, oh, I know a situation, there was a guy who had the kid, and it worked out, and this chick had the kid, and they adopted the child. And
you want me to go through 100 cases?
Do you see what I'm saying?
So that it becomes stronger research evidence?
No, I'm saying,
at least
if this was the prevailing thought, it would not be as charged in the public sentiment, which is reflected by what Jaluo is saying. It seems to emerge that the emerging public sentiment is that a lot of these situations seem to be challenging for the guy who comes into the relationship. And it can be because of resources and and that's something we haven't spoken about, and I really think that we have to speak, not the provision of money, the single motherhood is caused by financial challenges, the guy losing his job, the guy hitting, or making bad decisions and sort of leaving us, or abandonment, and those things, and things like violence and violence in the home, and I think that whereas our grandmothers were unable to leave their situations because of social stigma and shame around leaving their homes and what that would mean for their fathers and being forced to return dowry, today's women are educated, they're empowered, they have jobs, and even though it is hard, they then make the choice to go out on their own and and go on the road. It doesn't mean that they've given up on love and friendship and intimacy, which is why at some point they will open up and say, Peter, take me out, buy me some wine, and I show you.
Okay.
Something.
I need to pause you there as we go into a break. Now, ladies and gentlemen, yes, this bench over here is a very interesting one. But we're going to be right back after the break because we still have this conversation going on. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break.
Men. Men.
Welcome back from the break. Now we are here at Sanga Courts having a conversation on your favorite show, that is Men, the one show that lights up your Tuesday night.
Those of us who drive end up going to the fuel station at some point. I imagine there's maybe 3 types of people who are fueling. There's the guy who put in a full tank and it's run out. There's a guy who put 5K from Chaliwa Jalatunaria and has just found another 10K that they're going to add in to take them to town. That generally runs on fumes. There's another one who maybe puts in a full tank and it's now half and they want to take it back to full. You all get to the fuel station. You ask for whatever you want to put in and you drive. No one investigates why that person has come to the fuel station. You all know you are here because
you're on the road. Yeah.
Okay. There is many reasons why people end up in situations like they do. Colin previously, before the break, started by saying big reason money. Then as his brain clock was working, he kept on adding different reasons, as you would expect of a man of right thinking like him. Yeah. So in other words, it's a bouquet.
I'm being set up.
Of reasons.
I can feel it.
All right, it's a bouquet of reasons why people arrive at where someone like Leona arrived, and that's why one needs to be careful not to be condescending or judging or things like that, because you don't know how they arrived there. So I think that whereas we can't have this discussion without talking about the reasons why, getting into them, there's a plethora of reasons why that would happen.
Yeah, but don't go into the relationship without going into the
exactly. So you need, as an individual, to get to know what's up, what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Now, I think if we can agree that this conversation is after you have done your basic research, and you have now agreed.
I thought you were going to say after you have done something else.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you've done basic research,
That's
And-
part of basic research.
No, we're not agreed
Because he
on.
was giving the metaphor of test driving. And after you have finished the test driving,
That's
then
not what I mean.
This
I
is on
just said
Chris.
that,
This is Pastor Chris.
you found out whatever it is you need to find out, and you're satisfied with what you know about this person, and you want to get serious with it. All right? Assuming by God's grace they've been truthful to you, then you're forging ahead. So the question is, should you forge ahead or not?
Yeah.
Right? And of course we know she's called a single mom because she has children. And she's a single mom because there's a dad who is not, a populator of seed, who is not showing responsibility or demonstrating responsibility at that point in time.
Yes. So
And like Colin said, could come up at the graduation or at the wedding, as we have seen many times before.
yes.
So you factor all this package in and say, if I die, I die. This is my package.
I want to just
Peter, just a
Yes.
second. There's one scenario you've not included in your basket.
Before they die.
In your basket before death.
uh.
Yes, I think. There is a scenario where you are a single mom, but the father of the children is very present in the children's lives. He's not you.
Sandra,
He has
yes, and,
moved on.
yeah.
Let me continue. This is not a new scenario.
No, it's not.
You are a single mom. The father is not physically there in the house. You have your own house, your own life. He also has his own life, his own house. We have moved on, but he's not the one to just spring up at Kwanjula and say, "This is my daughter," because he's there.
I think
No,
those
no.
will-
If you're not, he's not
just
new
wait,
to
just
you.
wait.
No, I really want to understand. I want to understand
She's
this.
we're listening. We're all listening now.
He is not new to you, who has come into my life now. I tell you, that's the father of the kids. It's not a
No,
mystery.
but you said he's
So
very
he went
present.
to Jalu and said, Jalu was the father of
children's
this.
He's very present in the
He's
children's life.
He comes to
life.
school.
You're
He's
married
not
to him.
new.
He takes them to
No, you're not
hospital.
married to him. You're not married to him. You're divorced, or it is a situation where you never did get married, like he mentioned earlier, and you got children, a child or children, but he is there. If on the weekends or 1 week here or 1 week
Yeah.
at
He
his
can visit,
father's
Fix
house,
his kids.
the-
He's very present
the
in the kids'
children,
lives.
yeah, sometimes they're with me or sometimes they're with their dad, or they see him on the weekends, or if he goes on a trip with them, sure.
So when he finds
Then
you with Jalu,
now,
doesn't he say
That is
that
the
guy is
worst
with my
scenario you
wife?
can ever find yourself
see
in.
now, that is the problem.
Does
you guys.
that
You
guy
have
say-
one where just like a small
No,
box
he's not
like
your
this.
wife.
I'm just asking. He's not. I am not your wife.
I
anymore.
totally
No,
understand
he-
this.
I'm giving an example.
So
I
he
was
doesn't,
just saying.
he
include
doesn't
this
get jealous
scenario.
that you are with.
Excuse me, I'm a woman.
You know, you would
moved.
handle.
If you've moved on
uh,
and now you've left me and I have a child, you don't get to stand up with such a very strong voice.
That's why
and
there is
tell me
acid
that you
in
are
this country.
jealous
I mean,
of me moving on.
Okay, I'm
See, now
telling
there's
you.
that mentality of thinking that I should be by myself with our child forever, but you
So,
can move
and,
on.
and this is why it
Which
is
is
a raw
unfair.
That's
deal.
not what I'm saying.
It's the
Leona,
thing in the air.
and this is why
Which
it is
unfair.
a raw deal for me, the third party, to come in a scenario like this.
Like I said, a cup
You know?
of tea for some, but not for all. Nonetheless, a cup of tea. There
Yeah.
are some people
But
who
a
have
raw deal
mental
for me.
strength,
No,
a
sorry,
raw
some
deal.
and some people
No, a raw
don't.
deal for any man
But
who
now,
comes into
just
that
wait, you know,
situation.
For
you know why?
Jalu.
Peter. You know why guys say? You know why Chris was saying that sometimes guys say, "I die. If I die, I die."
I died.
because Jaluo knows. He knows that it's a road deal.
It's a
he
road
knows
deal.
that the circumstances are not good. They're not camsies. But
yes.
They are
he knows,
they are
he
not-
knows,
they are
he knows
not
that there is
definite.
sweetness there.
It is not definite that you guys are apart.
I think it's
I think,
great.
I'll tell you one thing. I think one of the things that we all have to agree on is this is not an ideal scenario that we're looking at for either party. I don't think there's any single mom who wants to be a single mom.
They
And
want to be single moms.
What are you talking about?
Don't do this.
They are single moms who want to be single moms.
Let me finish.
What are you
Okay.
talking about?
If that's the case, she will not be looking for a relationship. So she still wants to be in a relationship.
No.
So listen, jeez.
She wants to be. So
Listen, why don't you let me finish? All right, then
You
you've got the
brought us
guy.
here.
Yes, listen. Then you've got the guy on the other hand, okay? Who ideally, what would be ideal would be a woman with no children, no probably husband who's in the picture. Now, guys, realistically, if the father of those children is present in their lives, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a good thing.
It's not a good thing. It
It is a
not.
good thing because, and I'll tell you why. Now, unless you hinted on the issue of resources. Now, would you then rather be the one who has to pay school fees for those kids, because you're not going to take buy chocolates for Leona, and you've not bought anything for her kids.
People
I take exception, because you're always leading all your arguments with this money thing. Like it's like a poverty thing, that a vice that has a grip on. No.
It is a fact.
Peter, it's a lens through which you see the world. For you, everything comes down to cost and what you can save and what you can mize away. And I think that that's commendable, because that's why you are a rich pineapple farmer. but I think there are certain things for men which are inquantifiable. Yes?
Yeah.
And I think that's what Jalu has been trying to frame, this idea of so when you think about men's status in society, men are built to provide, to set up a family, because your family is also your legacy.
Yes.
Right? If you end up in a situation where the paternity is questionable, you're not sure these are my children, but they really belong to Jalu, because he's really their father. And by the time I came, where she had 4 with Jalu, now they only had 1 with me, but the resources are for everyone. There's a complicated. Men have a problem with this, and I think that on a larger societal level, this is an issue, right? It's where the challenge comes from. You think it's about the chocolates for the kids and the school fees and what, but it's not that. It's saying, I will bleed and die for our offspring. And I think that when you neglect to address that, you don't then address the real issue, which is the thing that men say, you know what, I would rather not have a woman who has had a single mom, because there are going to be challenges to my authority in the house.
No, can I slightly interrupt you there? Because then, Colin, are you then implying that once a man has gotten into a relationship with a woman and it has not worked, he should leave all that responsibility for the next man?
No,
because you're saying that as the new man should die with everything.
I am saying that a man should try, when he can, to avoid getting in the situation that's going to put him in conflict with another man. I am saying that if a guy can, he should not date or marry a single mom.
You can date a single mom.
Mic drop.
They have Timeri in the house, man.
As you can see, you're stuck on money, this guy is stuck on food.
You can date.
This is what's wrong with our country.
No.
Yes,
what I'm
because a guy who says, you know what, Leona's food is so nice, I love eating her yams. Like, that's where he's stuck. And
what exactly are you
yams, like steamed yams. Right?
He gets
good sale. If he says, I like eating Leona's yams, then he's stuck. He can't see that this might complicate his life. It might affect his resource build-up. It might affect
So
his
you're going back to the money thing.
No, I'm saying he's stuck on food, you're stuck on money. I am saying when you're legacy building and you're thinking about a 50, 60-year plan for your life, this 20-year situation you're going to get involved in is going to complicate that plan.
Now, the only thing I'm struggling with, even though we have to start wrapping up, is, so you've said that, yes, when you take that leap, you take it as it is. But you're the same one who is saying, if the father of these children is still very present in their lives, don't go there.
That was at the pre-check.
At the pre-check?
Yeah. But after you've checked and you say, father present, if I die, I die. If you go in, you go in. Take the whole package and build legacy with them in mind. Leave them an inheritance and everything.
That's not realistic.
Okay.
It's very realistic.
All right.
It's happening in life.
Now, we've reached that point where we do need to give our parting shots. So, Leona, yes, it's getting hot in here, all right?
First apologize for bringing her here.
No, I'm not. I mean, I've had an amazing conversation, and I like the fact that she has stood her ground against all of you. So, your parting shots.
Okay. We agree to disagree on many levels. There are some men whose minds are broad enough to accept that the world is not black and white. There is gray. This situation is gray, but it doesn't take away from the fact that companionship is something we are built for. So there are some men, I'm not pointing any fingers, who think that single women must die.
But you did.
Die single. But then there are some men, I'm also not pointing any fingers, who have alluded that there are some men who have the bandwidth to take it on. It's the same way as taking the bandwidth to take on a man who has so much going on with him. By the way, it's not the topic for today, but there are men who have 6 baby mamas, and their children are with all those 6 separate moms. And I will come in with my 2 children from my ex-husband, and I'm the problem. Do you understand how they're it's a man's world anyway.
She's pointing
but
at
so we accept it.
I have 2
So
children.
that being said, if you're going to enter the thing, get all your facts straight. Understand that this is me. These are my children. If their father is alive, that is who he is. That is where he is. That is his situation. And this is how we are. If you have the bandwidth to enter with an open mind and we understand each other, that thing will thrive.
Enter with
If
an
you
open
enter
mind.
it thinking,
Starting to
1
sweat
foot
it.
in, 1 foot out, just save yourself. Don't come.
Yeah. Don't
If you
start
have
what
1
can't
foot in, 1
finish.
foot out, yes, the Leona's boiled yams are nice. Just ask me to pack for you and I send them to your home. Do not come to my house.
Don't threaten me.
Do not come to my house. Do not enter my house when all you wanted was
Well, yams. But you can
It's
have-
very simple.
You can enjoy
like you
the
said,
yams.
it is true. Single moms home, we have food for days. Just text me. You don't even have to call. Text me, send your border guy, I send you food. Do not then come into the situation thinking maybe I can.
Eat the yams.
And yet, and then the slightest of inconveniences comes to your
You're
way.
out.
You're out. Now you've entered, now the children know who you are. Now we're building something, and now I have to explain why this guy has boomed. Just save us. Because most of the time, courtship is not us coming to you. It is you coming to us and convincing us, you know what, we can do this thing. So if you're coming to court a single mom, come correct. If somebody is worth it, they are worth it with everything that comes around them. It could be my mom, it could be my aunt, it could be my dad, it could be my, I don't know, whatever it is. The same way you come, you're not coming like a newborn baby. You also have things following
Baggage.
you. Baggage is not the word I would choose, but
Things,
yes,
yeah.
there are things that are coming with you. You might come in the toughest of situations and I'm your soothing spot in that moment in your life. You're battling with something and I seem to be the one place you want to go when you want to calm your mind. I have children. If it's a problem for you, don't come for the moment. I'm begging you, please. I'm begging you, even those listening and
begging
watching.
you.
I am begging you, all the single men who are watching this show. Do not disorganize a single mom's life by entering for the moment, please.
You had it.
Chris, your parting shots.
He's ready to go. Anyway, no, I think that this is not a conversation that is simple. It's not simplistic. Maybe it's simple, but it's not simplistic. There's a lot to consider. There's considering who this person is, where they're coming from, who you are, where you're coming from, and based on your assessment, does this thing work? But after you have decided that it works, then love kicks in. And love is not a feeling. Love is a verb. It's a decision you make that you're going to be there for this person. You're going to be patient. You'll be kind. You'll be long-suffering. You'll put up with a lot of stuff to make it work. So if you have decided that you're going to love this person with their children, regardless, then go all in till you die.
All right. The one and only Jalu.
I don't have a problem with single mothers. Date single mothers.
Eat
They
their
always have chimere at home. But when it comes to serious relationships, you need to factor in so many things. Like, you know, the way she was talking, you could tell that, you know, she really, her children are her number one thing. When she's getting into these relationships, her children will always be number one. So you need to understand why and the reasons as to why she's getting to this relationship and where you stand as a guy. For me, it's always a road deal. I don't think any man should take care of another man's children if the man is still alive. I think it's always a road deal. That's my opinion.
Colin, your parting shot.
We were on the same page the whole show. Now you've just
Till now?
banged the bank slide.
I don't think it's just a roadie. It's always a roadie.
Like you're not even leaving room for consideration.
No. The guy will come one day and they will
disorganize you.
Disorganize you.
So I think the thing that we haven't spoken about is how people like Leona are outliers, right? They're smart, they're beautiful, they're educated. You know, they've seen the world, they've got a great vision for what they're trying to build. Mm-hmm. And when you see people like this, then you sort of extrapolate. You're like, you know, there are good people out there. Mm-hmm. But the reality that Jalu was talking about, there's dirty, filthy people here who don't shower, who are bad-mannered, and they abuse their husbands, and they're poisoning them, and they're leaving relationships, good, decent men. Yeah? Mm-hmm. And I think that so that when you see the poster child, which is not the right thing, when you see the poster child, you think that all of them are well put together. But shock on you. And you're out here battling children of Satan. and I guess in sort of closing it out, I think it's important for men to have what you call presence of mind, to be alert and alive. Because remember, if you think about this idea that Jalo was talking about, popularizing this thing, and people sort of saying, I don't want to be in a marriage, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm submissive, or I'm obedient to a man, or I'm building something together. I want to be out living my best life.
Independent.
Yes. Those people make these choices. And I think that men out there need to hear this. These people make these choices. Then life and time starts to happen. And then all of a sudden they're caught in I was young, I didn't know what I was doing. But they were adults. They made the choices, and now they're saying, you know what, I need a soft landing. And I know that what I said earlier was a bit harsh.
You think?
I don't want to take it back. I just want to say that I think that men need to be present. You don't have to be harsh, you don't have to be cruel, you don't have to take advantage. But you need to be clear-eyed about these situations. Because if someone took a good, decent situation at 25 and squandered it, or at 28, they are not going to be better at 38. And also remember that stupid people also grow up. People who are foolish at 25 are going to be 38 and still foolish.
Yeah.
So assess, do the due diligence, as Chris has said, and don't ever do this pity thing. So I guess that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
My parting shot is, don't do the pity thing.
Yeah.
Know that these people made these choices. They're living in the consequences. Allow them to live in the consequences and get and if you need to just drink your money, but don't.
Man, Colin explained it so well.
I like the way Colin talks about these people like it's a certain species. Anyway, that's a discussion for another day. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a great discussion over there. Mine is just very simple. At the end of the day, I agree, lead a lot to what Chris has said. Do your research, make a decision, and as Leona said, if you don't have the bandwidth for it, don't start. Only get into it. And she said that if you have the bandwidth, to get in. It has been a great one. Have a good night. Take care of yourselves. God bless. We'll see you next week on Tuesday on your favorite show, and that is Men.